Today I fucked up by accidentally moaning Ben Shapiro's name during sex.
Ooh.
Of course, Ben Shapiro. Very intelligent man. So I want to preface all of this by saying that Ben Shapiro sucks. And I am no way attracted to him, which is why this is such a monumental fuck up.
Yeah.
But I do come thinking about him.
I have found myself extremely amused by all of the Ben Shapiro memes that have been going around. I found the interview where he said, in response to Megan Thee Stallion's song, WAP, that his doctor wife told him women didn't get wet, absolutely hilarious. That's about the extent of knowledge and familiarity I have with him and his viewpoints. Very small.
Honestly, I didn't know who Ben Shapiro was before.
That whole thing?
No, not before that. What else did
Before
he do?
we talked about him on the podcast?
Yeah, we talked about him on the podcast, and I was like, I don't know who that is.
Well, good, because your life is better if you don't know who Ben Shapiro is.
Clearly.
I can promise you that. The other night, I met up with a Tinder date. Things were going well, and we were going to end up going to bed together. This is not safe for work, and sorry for the TMI, but he said, "You're so wet." To which my brain, for some reason, decided this sexy moment was a perfect time to crack a joke. "Don't tell Ben Shapiro," is what it wanted me to say. With all of my might, I tried to force this comment down, not wanting to bring up Ben Shapiro during sex for the first time with this guy, and succeeded in not letting it rise to the surface. But my idiot self was so amused by the dumb joke I had made in my head that I felt a laugh bubbling up instead. Now, most men don't really feel so good when a woman laughs in their face right after they've gotten undressed. So I was really trying to divert that laugh in whatever way I could and decided to try and let it out as a seductive sigh. You guys want to give me your best seductive sigh? Not very seductive, Erica? Like you're sexily bored at someone. Anywho. But clearly the raging conflict and suppression I was engaged in caught the attention of my sexual partner, and he stopped and said, "What?"
Huh?
My brain was in such a state of disarray that the seductive sigh came out as I answered his question in the most basic terms possible. "Ben Shapiro," I moaned. His expression was indescribable. Shock, uncertainty, revulsion, all crossed his face in the same split second. We still did the deed, but he didn't finish. Good on him, man.
Yeah. Respect to the guy.
I feel like even if I tried to explain myself, there's no fixing it. Haven't heard from him since.
That's how you know he's not the one.
I don't... at least he did his manly duty and theoretically had her finish, right?
She would have mentioned it if she did.
But they did the deed, and
That
then
doesn't-
That's a
he
good point.
but then
Eric
he
makes a
didn't
very good
finish?
point here.
All right.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like, it's been like 13 minutes. Can we just call it quits?
On a Tinder hookup?
Yeah.
All right.
What, you do longer than that on Tinder hookup?
I'm just
Me
saying
and Erica
if,
don't know.
if I'm going on
I was going to say, we literally don't know.
if I'm going on a Tinder hookup, I'm not just going to stop and be like, "All right, let's finish this up some other time." Let's take a rain check on the
sorry,
cum.
Mr. Stamina over here. Didn't know you're a marathon runner too.
Let's take a rain check on the best part of sex,
You got-
the finishing part of it,
You got an
the
Ironman
orgasm.
race coming up here in the next couple months you're training for?
Yeah.
Going over 13 minutes, you madman.
13 minutes while carrying 30 pounds on my back and about 100 pounds of Ben Shapiro mental baggage in my head. Only thinking about Ben Shapiro while having sex.
Oh, man.
I got like half chub now just thinking about
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Eric, you know what Ben Shapiro looks like?
Yes.
Like the epitome of manlyhood?
No.
I think that's what's so funny about Ben Shapiro is he is just like one of those guys who he'll always talk about like how like manly like Donald Trump is, or like how like the idea of like manliness.
Manly.
And like I'm not shitting on
I'm a real tough boy, they call me.
I'm not shitting on Ben Shapiro or any of his physical appearances because of them, but more it's ironic because he's like 5'6" and like a little like short, pale of a man. It's like everything that you would in like in America that you would like label as manly or masculine is just not him, and it's just so fucking funny.
Oh,
and the fact that his
thanks.
wife's pussy doesn't get wet.
I forgot about that whole thing. We talked about it once already, and I already blocked it back out of my brain. And then he went live on air and just like, yeah, my wife doesn't enjoy sex with me, guys.
Just to the surprise of almost no one. I would have put a lot of money in Vegas on if there was a prop bet on does Ben Shapiro's wife enjoy intercourse with Ben Shapiro. I would say no. It's a very easy 2-1 right there. A couple of updates here. This happened mid-coitus. After the momentary pause, he went back to business. I was kind of frozen up by what occurred, and by the time I regained my sense, it seemed like I'd be digging my own grave deeper if I brought it back up. I'm sorry. I see you're busy, but can we circle back to the Ben Shapiro thing?
I don't think you heard my joke. I don't think I properly articulated.
From the top, just give me your line. You're so wet. Let's retake it. Hi, nice to meet you. Obviously, I know I did pretty much everything wrong I could have done. That's why it's in this sub. If I could go back, I would change things. Next time, I'll just make the joke. Neither of us have reached out since. I think we're both just pretending it never happened.
He's pretending that she doesn't exist. It's not pretending it never happened.
I mean, he might pretend that it never happened as in, like, meeting up with her.
Yeah. He's like, oh, this fucking imaginary friend just keeps texting me. Leave me alone.
Imaginary friend.
My imaginary Tinder
What
friend.
a weird fever dream I had that one night. I watched Megan Thee Stallion's WAP video for 7 hours on repeat and fell asleep. And then had this weird dream where I went on an entire date just to have sex with a woman moaning Ben Shapiro in my ear and sighing seductively.
The nice seductive sigh.
What's the it's like the worst physical like expression to do in a sexual situation is sigh.
Followed by yawning or something.
Sigh, yawn, then laugh. Like she was like, it's rude to laugh. I'll go 2 rungs up the ladder to sigh.
Okay.
All right. So, if you guys picked up on the theme, if not, here we go. This
Ben Shapiro.
new subreddit alert.
Hey.
Whoop.
What do we do? Oh, it was just whoop.
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 r/confessions. I masturbate to pictures of Ben Shapiro almost every day just because I know he would hate the idea of a male wanking to him.
I mean, yeah, that's
So we found out
smart. That's smart.
we found out the guy didn't just like forget about the encounter. He just cut out the middleman.
He's
He
like, oh
doesn't-
shit, this is my new king.
He's a real capitalist.
He doesn't need the woman to introduce Ben Shapiro's name to come. Now he can just do it on his own.
Actually, the woman was preventing him from coming
Right.
prior to this.
Right.
Then you need to take that out of the equation here.
Well, let me read the post here. It's very short. It's actually really difficult because I don't find him sexually attractive in any way, and especially just his headshots. But
I like this. This guy's like, can't imagine. I have to go Google Ben Shapiro.
like a full body shot.
Just headshots. He's just Googling Ben Shapiro headshots. He's like,
You're taking one for the team. This is my American duty. I guess he's not American because he said wanking, but I've done it every day for about 2 years because I found it funny at first, but now I'm so used to it that it makes me feel incomplete if I don't do it.
oh God.
This man has developed a parasocial relationship with a headshot of Ben Shapiro, and he needs to give Ben Shapiro a headshot,
Boo.
or else every single day.
I wonder if it's almost like a Pavlovian response where anytime he sees Ben Shapiro, his dick gets hard. He's like, oh, you gotta do it now.
I wonder if he should like try to like wean himself off and have like
Wiener himself up.
he needs to get. Hopefully, like he just needs to start jerking off in front of a computer monitor. Do split screen, have one of actual pornography he likes and one of Ben Shapiro headshots,
I wonder if that's how he got into it.
Yeah, he was watching somebody debate Ben Shapiro and was like, I'm horny, I need to go do this, and didn't close the tab and kept giving the old side eye like, hang on.
Is this Joshua? Is this you? Were you listening to Hassan videos and you're like, I could go for one right now? Then Hassan was taking his, normal lunch break, eating on stream, and you just listened to Ben Shapiro while you climax. And
of course.
Like, guess I'm gonna do that now.
And then I'll post it on Reddit and then read it on my podcast.
Yeah.
And let everyone know.
Is this weird though? Just asking for this poster.
Well, that's
weird?
I think that's the funniest part about that post to me is it was in r/confessions. It wasn't like done in a way to like garner a funny story or like be like, today I fucked up or anything like that. Or like, hi, I'm addicted to masturbating to Ben Shapiro and it's ruining my relationship. It's just like, yeah, I'm just going to let you guys know.
This is what I do.
That's what a confession is, though.
Yeah. But like,
take it or leave it.
I mean, I personally wouldn't go on the internet and divulge that information.
It's all anonymous, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see if you did a throwaway or not, but...
It ain't fun work, but it's honest work.
I don't think there's a single person, place, or thing I could intentionally crank it to for 2 years every single day straight and not get upset with myself.
You're not. I thought you kind of were into me, Josh.
I kind of am. That means
not
like
enough for 2 years.
That's like only days ending in Y though.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's all of them. All right. You ready to hop off the Ben Shapiro train? Because that guy isn't.
Sure.